Well, we are experiencing our third day in a row of the heat index topping 115. Right now in Mount Vernon, though, it is 92 degrees with a heat index of 108 and an east wind at 5 miles per hour. Elsewhere around the region, we are seeing those temperatures into the low 90s. They are hanging on to the low 90s for probably the remainder of this evening. And that heat index is still very impressive with 111 in Carbondale, 115 in Cape Girardeau, and 108 down in Paducah. So it is a very, very warm evening out there, and I'm expecting that warm trend to be sticking with us for at least a few days because the Weather Service has extended our excessive heat warning now until Friday at 10 p.m. and it was supposed to expire Thursday at 10 p.m. So again, if we zoom out, you can see just how expansive this heat wave is because all of Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and even parts of Minnesota, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, and lots of other states around our region are in that excessive heat warning. So again, it is a very, very impressive heat wave, especially considering it is late August. So that backyard forecast, if you're doing any late grilling, I think those temperatures by 6 o'clock should be into those low 90s like what we are seeing right now. By 7 o'clock, I think it will be still hanging on to the 90s, but I think we will drop into the 80s as that sun begins to start to set. So again, we are tracking that dangerous heat for the remainder of this evening and for tomorrow. That extreme humidity will be continuing into tomorrow, and that excessive heat warning is in effect until Friday now at 10 p.m. So again, we are expecting this to last a little bit longer. So by 9 o'clock, most of us are cooling into those 80s. And then again, we are still hanging on to our 80s at 12 o'clock. So it is going to be very, very warm out there. By 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm expecting temperatures to be in the upper 70s, maybe even 80 degrees at 7 a.m. So again, very, very warm start to the day. And by the lunchtime hour, I'm expecting those temperatures to be into the low 90s. Now, tomorrow afternoon, most of us will make it to the upper 90s. But the roll of these clouds that you see behind me may impact the temperatures that we see. We may only see temperatures peak in the mid 90s. However, if we do get breaks in the clouds, we will see temperatures get into the upper 90s, and maybe even in a few spots we might get to 100 degrees. But by 7 p.m., again, most of us will be hanging on to those mid 90s. So it will be even hotter tomorrow than it has been today, assuming that we see some breaks in the clouds. And your heat index value tomorrow should be peaking somewhere around the 110 mark here in Carbondale and a little bit warmer elsewhere around the region. But I think Thursday is going to be the much hotter day with those heat index temperatures peaking around 115 for a lot of us. So again, very, very hot day. And I'm not expecting anything in terms of a cool down until about Saturday or Sunday. I think Friday we could see 100 degrees in our area if the dew point and the humidity drops just enough. But again, 93 for Saturday, and then it will be into those 80s, a little bit more seasonable by the end of the week. So again, this is just a reminder that it will be very, very hot. And so we at 95 degrees, the asphalt temperature can be over 140 degrees. And I expect temperatures to be even hotter than that tomorrow. So that asphalt is really, really going to be hot. So again, download that Storm Track 3 app, which will give you the latest information on the heat. And we are not tracking anything in terms of rainfall for at least the next few days. Our next chance of rain could come on Sunday morning specifically, with a scattered chance of showers and storms, which will start the day on Sunday. But again, your 5-day forecast or 7-day forecast looks like temperatures are going to be into those upper 90s for Wednesday and Thursday, 100 for Friday, but Saturday and Sunday we're going to start that cool down into those low 90s and then back into the upper 80s. To start next work week, looking at your 10-day forecast, we can see those temperatures are going to be getting back to more normal levels starting Monday. So Mark and Julie, it's going to be hot this weekend, but it looks like next week, at least when we're coming back to work, it's going to be much nicer.
Yeah, sounds like it.
A little bit of a relief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Garrett.